A few years ago, I landed my dream job. It was everything I had worked so hard for. But instead of feeling excited and proud, I was overwhelmed with fear and doubt. I kept thinking, what if they find out I'm not as good as they think I am? Every time someone complimented my work, I felt like I was deceiving them. It took a while for me to realize that what I was experiencing was imposter syndrome. Hey there, mindfulpreneurs. Does this sound familiar? If it does, you are not alone. We are going to explore what imposter syndrome is, how it affects us, especially if you have ADHD, and most importantly, how to overcome it. So do stick around towards the end of this video as I will share my mindset minute on the steps I've taken to overcome imposter syndrome. This is a topic that I know many of us can relate to, and the awareness that you are not alone in feeling this is key. So do stay tuned.
So, what exactly is imposter syndrome, and what are the signs that someone is experiencing it?
It is a psychological pattern where you doubt your accomplishments and have a persistent fear of being exposed as a fraud. Even though there are plenty of evidence of your success, you feel like you don't deserve it. Instead, you might think you have just been lucky or that you're somehow have tricked others into thinking that you are competent. Here are some common feelings and experiences associated with imposter syndrome. Persistent self-doubt, constantly questioning your abilities and feeling uncertain about your skills and knowledge. Fear of being exposed as a fraud. An overwhelming fear that others will discover you are not as competent as they believe you to be, often described as feeling like a fraud. Attributing success to luck or external factors, believing that your achievements are due to luck, timing, or external factors rather than your own efforts and talents. Perfectionism and setting extremely high standards. Setting extremely high standards for yourself and feeling like anything less than perfect is a failure. This often leads to overworking and burnout. Discounting praise and positive feedback. Disregarding compliments and positive feedback, thinking that people are just being kind or simply that they do not see the real you. Constantly comparing yourself to others. Frequently comparing yourself and your achievements to those of others and feeling inferior or unworthy, even when you have similar or greater accomplishments. Overworking to cover up perceived inadequacies. Pushing yourself to work harder and achieve more to cover up your perceived inadequacies, often leading to stress and exhaustion. Anxiety and stress. Experiencing high levels of anxiety and stress due to the pressure of maintaining the facade of competence and the fear of being exposed. Avoiding new challenges due to the fear of failure. Avoiding new opportunities, which I relate to the most, or challenges due to the fear of failure or being exposed as inadequate. Feeling isolated. Believing that you are the only one experiencing these feelings, leading to a sense of isolation and loneliness. There are also physical and emotional symptoms of imposter syndrome. The physical symptoms include increased heart rate, sweating, and other signs of anxiety when thinking about your perceived inadequacies or when you're receiving praise. And the emotional symptoms are feeling of frustration, depression, and low self-esteem due to the persistent belief that you are not good enough. Now, here is the real kicker when it comes to imposter syndrome, if you have not realized from these signs, is that it can really take a toll on our mental health. Imposter syndrome can deeply impact our mental health and performance. It can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and even depression. Overworking and striving for perfection can result in burnout. The fear of being found out can prevent us from taking new opportunities, ultimately stalling our growth and potential. For those of us with ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, imposter syndrome can be even more pronounced. Imposter syndrome and ADHD can often intersect and worsen each other. Here is how they relate and ways to manage the overlap. ADHD can cause challenges with focus, organization, and time management, leading to inconsistent performances. This variability could make us feel like our successes are not truly ours. Plus, ADHD often comes with heightened sensitivity to criticism and rejection, further fueling imposter feelings. Overall, the two are not a mutually beneficial combination.
Okay, so how can we combat imposter syndrome and begin to reframe our perceptions about it?
Here are some effective strategies. First thing first, and that is to acknowledge your feelings. Recognize and accept that you are experiencing imposter syndrome. When you have enough awareness to label something you're experiencing, you can then act accordingly to helping yourself. Simply naming it can reduce its power over you. Next, you are going to want to talk about it. Share your feelings with trusted friends, mentors, or even a therapist. You will often find that others have felt the same way, and that the true fraudulent thought is thinking that you are the only one experiencing these feelings. Next, you are going to want to reframe your thoughts. Challenge and reframe negative thoughts. Focus on the evidence of your competence and achievements, which leads to our next strategy of documenting your successes. Keep a record of your accomplishments and all the positive feedback you receive, both internally and externally. Reviewing these often, because doing so can help you reinforce your competence belief. Then you want to set realistic goals. Set achievable, realistic goals and recognize that making mistakes is part of the learning process. Listen, there is no success without mistakes and learning from them. So be sure to also practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, and I cannot stress this enough. Treat yourself with the same understanding and patience that you would to a friend. I love Mel Robbins and the high five yourself mindset, because if you are not your biggest cheerleader, then who will be? And finally, if needed, be willing to seek professional help. Consider therapy or coaching to address both ADHD and imposter syndrome. Professional guidance can provide tailored strategies to support you. Mindset Minute. As for me, dealing with ADD traits and imposter syndrome at the time caused me to leave my dream job while I was being offered a full-time position. Since then, what has helped me and is currently helping me in my supervisory role is to focus on learning and growth. Embracing a growth mindset and passion for ongoing learning has really helped me to push through beliefs that seemed fixed to hold me back. I now view challenges and mistakes as opportunities to learn and improve rather than as evidence of my limitations. Limiting comparisons is the second thing that has really helped. By reducing the tendency to compare myself to others has helped me tremendously in focusing on my own journey and my own progress. Remember, imposter syndrome is common and it doesn't define your worth or capabilities. Embrace a growth mindset where challenges and mistakes are opportunities for learning. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and surround yourself with a supportive community. You are more capable and deserving than you realize. Trust in your journey and your unique path to success. For more content on this topic, check out this book recommendation in my Amazon Finds Mindset Wellness book site page. Only if you found this video just a little bit helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on mindset and wellness. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I do look forward to reading them. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out this one on how to stop people pleasing if you find yourself in pleaser mode more often than you would like. As always, mindset strong, stay focused, stay connected, and always choose joy. Bye!